Hello there, I'm Kevin Parson, and as you've probably seen that we've been doing a series of chats online with various people in and around Harleston, and I think Harleston's a really great location. And we've been seeing some really true heroes out there who have been helping the community. And today I'm really pleased to have Craig Trickett with me. He's actually sitting in his van somewhere in Norfolk, not sure where. Craig, can you hear me all right?
Hello.
So whereabouts are you at the minute?
Well, in Ayrshire at the moment, just outside my house, chilling out.
Yeah. So tell me a bit about what you've been doing, Craig, because I understand that your primary role has always been in the ice cream, but you're doing something a little different at the minute.
Yeah, well, when all this happened, I had to talk to Steve, our driver, and we meet a lot of old people in our normal day when we're out doing our rounds, and sometimes I think we're probably like the only person to speak to from week to week. So we thought, once all this started, there was no way we were going to be able to carry on doing our rounds, because I think it's actually illegal to chime on the streets and get people to come out to your van at the moment. And we thought, well, I think we should diversify and see if we can help a few people out. And I know a lot of contacts in the fruit and veg trade and the retail trade, because I used to have butcher shops and farm shops and different things in the past. So we set it all up online, like a complete contactless service to try and help people. Because at the time as well, the supermarkets didn't have any food. Well, they didn't have a lot of food. You know what it's been like. It's been terrible. And it's still not right clever now, is it?
Yeah,
and a lot of people are scared to go out to the supermarket. So we thought, especially the older folk. I mean, if we can get one lad out, if our driver Steve can go out and deliver to 50, 60 people in a day, then 50, 60 old people aren't having to get people or risk going out themselves, are they, And we're not coming in contact with anybody. Everything's done over the internet and over the phone and dropped on the doorstep, so it works well.
So converting your van, or semi-converting your van, has been a real boon to the community, really, then, and helping people out.
Yeah, because we can reach all the different villages. We go right up to past Poor England and right the other side of Giss. We can get right out, we're not really stuck to a certain area. We can, it's like the areas we normally cover on our rounds anyway, but we know the areas quite well because we go there anyway, week in, week out.
And you've got a few, or quite a few, sort of senior people, so senior citizens who you've been helping out as well. You've got a lot of people you're helping there.
Oh yeah. I think about 90% of like senior citizens. Yeah, like you say. I think a lot of it is, well, you don't really want to traipse around supermarkets in it at the moment. It's too dangerous for a minute. It's a bit. I wouldn't want my grandparents going out doing it. That's the way I look at it. And if we can help people out, then then so be it.
Well, I think, Craig, I think you're doing a tremendous job. And I also heard something about ice creams and those little people as well. Sort of giving the kids, the ice creams.
Oh yes, we did. We've been doing a few different little fun things to keep the kids. We have me and my wife are foster carers, so we have foster children, and we have our own two lads who what we have. And they're having to self-taught at home at the moment, which is driving my wife nuts. I usually try and sneak out of the house while she's doing it. Sorry, I'm a bit busy. I need to go out. But it's hard for the kids, isn't it? It's hard for everybody. So we've been trying to help them out a little bit, like doing little fun competitions. And we had a little colouring competition. We ordered little paintings of the vans and sent them in. And what we did was we picked a winner. And in the end, we thought we were going to give them all a bit of an ice cream. So they all ended up with some of ice cream and some flakes and cones. And so everybody who went got something in the end, which was quite nice. Just try and cheer them up a bit.
Yeah, I mean that's fantastic. So you're actually catering for everybody out there, as and when and you can. So obviously, you're the Harleston sort of Ayrshire area. So tell me what do you love about Harleston and the area around there?
I just think the people are really friendly, you know. I mean, it's such a lovely place, isn't it, where we live? We're so lucky to live where we are. I mean, I come from, I moved down here in 1999 from a place in Lancashire, which was, I suppose you could compare it to Beirut compared to down here. It's so much, it's a complete different thing, you know. So I think we're really lucky where we live. We've got beautiful countryside. The people are really nice. The town's lovely, isn't it, HARLESTON? It's just a nice place to be, you know.
Yeah, that's it. And so you brought all your family down when you came down from Lancashire?
Oh man, they're still up there. I met my wife down here.
Right.
And my family are all still up there, which is a bit of a pain at the moment, because like, it doesn't really matter if you live next door to you, still can't see them, can you?
Yeah, that's right. And so with HARLESTON, I mean, could you tell me something sort of, I mean, obviously you've been down here and presumably doing the same thing for the last 20 years or so. Have you noticed people's habits changed at all, or is it still the same as it was then?
I've been doing ice cream since I was 7 years old with my dad, about 50 years now, in Lancashire, and I've been doing it down here now for about 4 or 5 years, I think. And it's probably near enough exactly the same as it was then. There's not a lot of difference in it, but I think, and I'm hoping that people's attitudes will change and they'll shop more local now. So at the end of the day, I mean, supermarkets haven't been able to cope, have they? So if we all relied on supermarkets, I think we'd be in a bit of a, if we didn't have any little corner shops and little producers. I mean, it's all the little producers with the little shops and the little bakeries and all that lot would have really saved a lot of people. And I think it needs to carry on, really, because we are, and I think we'd have been in a really bad way.
Yeah, well, I mean, my personal view is that sort of, we know, over the last month, and we've got a while to go yet, I think, things have changed, and sometimes they change for the better. And I think, you know, we don't often go back. We always sort of go forward, and hopefully that's where the smaller retailer is going to sort of, you know, they're going to people still rely on them out there. And I know HARLESTON is literally one of those towns where there are so many individual shops.
Yeah, well, we're actually thinking at the moment about, I mean, this has been a really big success, really. I mean, it's not about the money. The main thing with us was we wanted to help people and to keep my driver in a wage, in a job, because he's got kids, you know, he needs something to do, he needs to get some money in every week. You know, self-employed, so it was all about helping him as well. Helps everybody. But we are thinking now about setting up a proper mobile shop and going out with the villages where there isn't any shops. So, you know, something good might come out of it with us. I don't know yet.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, hopefully so. And I think sort of, you know, with all those the elderly people who can't necessarily get out anyway, or they get out once a week, then obviously that's a worthwhile thing to provide. So when we get out of this predicament we're in, and I'm sure we will at one stage, God knows when it's going to be, but it's going to be at some stage. Is there somewhere, you know, one particular thing or a couple of things, like shops, restaurants, pubs, or anywhere that you would really like to go and visit once we're out of lockdown?
You know, I think the one thing I want to do more than anything when we're out of lockdown is go see my family up in Lancashire.
Yeah.
So I know it seems a bit stupid, but it'll be like, we can get back to work and get out with the vans, but I think the first thing I'm going to do is have a couple of days off work.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah. And finally, Craig, if you could describe the HARLESTON town and all the people in HARLESTON in one word, what do you think that would be?
Community, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's such a brilliant community. It's unbelievable. I mean, everybody's helping everybody, aren't they? It's just, yeah, it's brought out the good in everybody, hasn't it?
I think sort of, and I think this is, you know, say I've done sort of half a dozen of these now, and every single one of these, the community spirit has actually come out of these chats, and sort of, you know, it's unbelievable, really. Everyone's working for everyone else.
Yeah. I mean, we're lucky, aren't we? All we have to do is stay at home, innit? And if we can help people stay at home as well by doing what we're doing and not coming into contact with people, then I think that's really good. But then when you look at what, I mean, I've been down to London the last few weeks, back and forth, because my granddaughter's been really ill. She's had an operation in the middle of all this lot, which has been really hard work. And I've seen the kids going in and out of the hospitals down there, and different hospitals, and what the NHS is doing at the moment, what they're having to put up with, compared to what we have to put up with, is just unbelievable. You know, they're just doing such a good job, aren't they? And all we have to do is just stay at home, you know,
Yeah.
watch Netflix.
Yeah, well, Craig, because I knew about your granddaughter, so I do hope that she's well and recovers as quickly as possible. My love to all your family, and I'd just like to say thanks so much for your time. You're a really true hero of the Harleston area, and I hope everything goes well in the coming months. Everyone out there, if you know Craig and you think he's a hero, why don't you make a comment at the bottom of this post? I'm sure he will appreciate it. He'll be looking for them, and just sort of say, yeah, you're doing a tremendous job, Craig. And also, of course, if you know anyone else who's a local hero, such as Craig, please don't hesitate to get in touch with me, and we can do some more chats later on, sort of in due course. So I'm Kevin Parson, and I'd like to say once again, thanks, Craig. Good to see you, and keep up the good work.
Welcome. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yep, thanks. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.